Wow. It's 8 p.m. on a Tuesday. You're sitting at your desk. Your eyes are stinging from the blue light. You're rewriting the third slide of the deck your CEO sent over 4 hours ago. You tell yourself it's quality control. You tell yourself that if I don't do this, the board meeting tomorrow would be a train wreck. But let's be honest. You're exhausted, and your team, they stop trying to excel because they know you'll just fix it anyway. Today we're diving into the hidden mechanism of control. I'm going to show you why your need to oversee every little detail actually is not a sign of high standards. It's a sophisticated stress response. And more importantly, I'll show you how to move from a tight grip to a grounded authority before you burn yourself out and stifle the very people you're supposed to be leading. Hi, I'm Pietro Pazzi, a leadership depth coach with over 3 decades of leadership experience. Most leadership training treats micromanagement like a bad habit, like biting your nails. They tell you to delegate more, to trust your team. But if it were that easy, you'd have done it by now. The misunderstanding is this. We think control is a choice we make to ensure excellence. We believe that if we loosen the grip, standards would collapse. The reality, control is often competence in panic. In the world of Psychosynthesis, we look at this as a subpersonality, a part of you that has been rewarded for years of being the smartest, the fastest, and the most reliable person in the room. When the stakes rise, this part takes over the driver's seat. It's not that you don't trust your team, it's that your nervous system is convinced that safety is found in the details. You aren't being difficult, you're being protective, but you're protecting the wrong thing. When pressure increases, our biological response is to narrow our focus. Research in neuropsychology shows that under high stress, the brain enters a state of cognitive tunneling. Your peripheral vision, both literally and metaphorically, shuts down. You stop seeing the long-term strategy and start obsessing over the font size in a spreadsheet. I see this all the time with senior leaders. I worked with a CEO recently who was notorious for ghostwriting his director's reports. He called it maintaining the brand voice. In reality, he was under immense pressure from his CEO, and his brain had convinced him that the only variable he could truly govern was the prose in those reports. When you are in the grip, you lose your greatest asset as a leader, and that is perspective. You're no longer captaining the ship. You're down in the gully, checking if the potatoes are being peeled correctly. Overcontrol is often rewarded for decades. In your early career, being the person who caught every mistake made you the star. You got the promotion. It made you indispensable. You built a professional identity on being the safety net. The problem is that safety net identity does not scale. As a senior leader, your value isn't in your ability to do the work better than your team. It's your ability to build a team that can eventually do it better than you. If you stay in control mode, you create a learned helplessness in your staff. They stop thinking because they know you'll probably provide the answers. You're not maintaining standards. You're capping the ceiling of what your organization can achieve. If we go a layer deeper, we have to ask, what is the control actually protecting? Usually beneath the perfectionism is a very human, very hidden fear, the fear of being found out. Short interruption, I have a gift for you. I have several resources that I've made available to you that have worked for me, have worked for my clients, and they are available for you on my website under the resources section. There you'll find 2 planners, significant planners, 32-page odd planners on the leadership journey, and the other is Manifestation Planner. I have 3 assessments. One is about self-awareness, where you act in terms of self-awareness. The 6 leadership capabilities and competencies, or anchors as I call them. And then the Wheel of Life. Then there is a whole bunch of guided visualizations that I've done, audio recordings that you can download, and a couple of guides. Introduce you to several tools, like working at the inner level, your operating system. And then I have infographics page, and there I continue to load the infographics that prove to be popular in the other platforms where I load them, loaded with insights and information, that things I've learned over the years. All available for you on my website. Go get them. Back to the video. Fear that if a mistake happens on your watch, it means you are incompetent. That is probably your controller, which is often just a shield for a more vulnerable part of us that feels overwhelmed by the scale of our current responsibilities. We use the grip to numb the anxiety of uncertainty. But there is the shift. Authority is not the same as control. Control is about manipulation and checking. It's brittle. Authority is about presence and influence. It's grounded. When you lead from grounded authority, you can sit in a room, see a mistake, and choose not to fix it immediately, because you know the teaching moment is more valuable than a perfect slide. So, how do we actually change this? It starts with noticing the internal squeeze. The next time you feel the urge to step in, to just quickly fix something, or to CC yourself on an email that doesn't require your eyes, I want you to stop and do a quick audit. Start with noticing the sensation. Where is the tension? Is your chest tightening? Are your shoulders up? That's the grip's physical manifestation. Secondly, ask the question, am I adding value here, or am I just soothing my own anxiety? And third, choose the gap. Take one breath. Give your team a failure budget. Decide that a 90% perfect result delivered by your team is 100% better for the company than a 95% perfect result delivered by your midnight oil. Start small. Pick one project this week where you intentionally stay in the observer role. Watch the discomfort rise and just sit with it. That discomfort is where your growth as a leader actually lives. At the end of the day, your team doesn't need a better editor. They need a leader who is present, who is strategic, and who trusts them enough to let them fail and then helps them find the way back. Your grip is a signal that you're under pressure, not a mandate to interfere. When you stop trying to hold everything together, you finally have your hands free to actually lead. If this resonated with you, if you're feeling the weight of the grip, and you know it's time to shift from managing tasks to mastering your own leadership presence, this is exactly what I do. I work with senior leaders to navigate these deeper patterns, moving beyond tactics into true leadership depth. If you're ready to explore what's driving your leadership style, visit pietropazzi.com. You can also book a 30-minute complimentary exploratory chat with me directly, so to see if we're a fit for coaching. You find both the website and the booking link in the description below. Thank you for watching. Now put that laptop away, and the slides are fine.